I am running out of patience with Mikel Arteta. While I'm gassed to be in the Champions League semi-finals, his Premier League tenure is getting worse and worse. To fail to get 80 points from the Premier League is a disgrace after taking it to the final day last season, which a lot of Arsenal fans took for granted. Taking second place for granted, as Man City are 3 points behind us. We have got 3 games without a win for the billionth time this season. I'll be honest, I ain't got faith in Arsenal to beat PSG. I haven't. And I had faith in Arsenal to win the Carabao Cup and the Premier League this season. But that's how the season's gone. Yeah, there's injuries with Calafiori, with Havertz, Gabriel, Neyman, Pickham, Jorginho, Gabriel Jesus and that. Yeah, cool. But we are bringing on Sterling off the bench, who's been absolutely poor for Arsenal. We're bringing on Marino off the bench to try and score a goal when we needed to play him up front today. Because Trossard isn't a physical striker. Yeah, he can finish. Yeah, he's got skills. He's got a lovely left foot to use because he's predominantly right-footed. But we had no presence up front against Bournemouth. But yeah, if you're new, hit the subscribe button. I'm on my way to release some air. I don't want to keep this too long, but the starting lineup I was relatively happy with. Ben White at right back, I was thinking, ODEGAARD, finally, he's going to be unlocked. Finally, ODEGAARD, he's going to perform. And he was brilliant the first half. I thought he was absolutely quality in the first half. The way he was beating past players, taking them on, being brave on the ball, not playing like an absolute pussy. But and then in the second half, you know, we talk about the goal, we talk about the first half, right? Lovely pass for Rice, he rounds the keeper, scores a lovely goal, brilliant finish. And we deserved the early lead, we deserved the lead going into half time. But I knew 10 minutes after we scored, we was going to concede again. I knew, because we've done it against Brighton twice, we've done it against Crystal Palace, we've done it all throughout the season. We've been dropping points from winning positions. Aston Villa, another example. You know, got into half time, we were relatively calm, composed. I thinking, okay. But then you don't bring on Marino, you keep everybody playing for as long as possible. And then Bournemouth bring on Semenyo, who was on the bench. The guy goes one-on-one, Saliba. Saliba makes a tackle. It goes for a throw-in. Semenyo takes the throw and throws it off to Højson's head. Like Stoke City against Arsenal all those years ago at the Britannia. We couldn't do it at the Emirates today. Højson heads the ball in. Arsenal shit themselves and then shit themselves some more. We then had a long VAR check because Evan Nilsson had put the ball in the back of the net, being dragged by ODEGAARD, and common sense prevailed. If that was going against Arsenal, I'd be angry, just like I've been angry with the PG and more decisions against Arsenal this season. Lo and behold, the ball may have hit the hand of Evan Nilsson, but ODEGAARD made that happen. Just like when Cash handled the ball, handled Havertz, who then handled the ball himself for Eddie Nketiah to score as we lost against Villa last season. I gotta, while I'm filming, look and not get run over. But I feel like if I got run over, whatever, innit? But it's because Arsenal have lost again today. 2 set pieces we've conceded from. Whoa, whoopie doo, this set piece coach getting all the raves, all the mentions. Everybody's spoken about him like he's some celebrity. He could go on Big Brother now. He could go on Love Island if he wants to do that. If he wants to be on camera all the time, let him become a reality TV star. The only way is down from here from Arsenal. Can't even beat Bournemouth. Can't even beat Brighton. Can't even beat Fulham this season. 3 teams that have done well in the Premier League, that have been run well, that have bought well in the transfer window, that have showed enough class to be your Premier League sides for years to come. And the Premier League has got better, but Arsenal have got worse. And we lost that, what 1-0 in the first leg against PSG. Ousmane Dembele scoring early on. Apparently he's injured. Didn't matter for PSG if he's injured or not. How are you going to score a couple goals and not concede? We've bottled so many semi-finals in 2 legs. I can't remember the last time, 2018? 6-7 years ago we last won a 2-legged semi-final. The last semi-final we were to win after that was Man City in a 1-legged affair. And I've seen Arsenal bottle it against Atletico Madrid under Wenger. I've seen Arsenal crumble, you know, under Arteta against a very good Liverpool side that You know, won the Carabao Cup that season. But then we crumbled against Villarreal in the Europa League. And then now most recently against Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. You win that Carabao Cup, you got no pressure, you got all the momentum. But nah, Arsenal fans didn't want to take that seriously. Now they want to cry and say Tottenham and Man United have had a better season than us when they're in a competition that we're not in. It's simply unacceptable from us. But yeah, who had a good game today? Rice was everywhere, missed a few chances. Martinelli was alert on the ball, cooked the right back. Thought Ben White was poor. That's all I can say really. Saliba done alright, but you can't be winning games when you're conceding 2 goals at the Emirates. You can't. Every game there seems to be a refereeing decision. Every time the VAR, a silly tackle wins, but the VAR got everything spot on. How is ODEGAARD losing an aerial duel, a ground duel even, against a striker when the ball, he's right in front of the ball, he can just clear the ball. Instead he's holding on to him. Bro, the guy's got a trolley! But yeah, that's my match reaction, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Got no faith against PSG. We need a miracle. We're praying on a miracle to make a final to save our season. Because the end of the season has come out like diarrhea. Nobody wants it. See you guys later.